In a short private ceremony in the Great Hall of the U.S. Supreme Court, the Chief Justice paid tribute to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, noting that she had originally hoped for a life in music.
She was not an opera star, but she found her stage right behind me in our courtroom. There she won famous victories that helped move our nation closer to equal justice under law, to the extent that women are now a majority in law schools, not simply a handful. Later, she became a star on the bench, where she sat for 27 years. Her 483 majority, concurring, and dissenting opinions will steer the court for decades.
Justice Ginsburg's coffin was then taken to the steps of the Supreme Court. Since the announcement of her death on Friday, the area has been transformed into a shrine to the woman who'd become a liberal pop culture hero, the notorious RBG.
If she hadn't done what she did for gender equality, I don't believe that I would be an attorney.
I think the reason we're here is she was such a icon, such a person. She did so much for women's movement.
Among those who will pay their respects, President Trump, who's expected to visit on Thursday morning. He says he will announce his nominee for Ginsburg's replacement on Saturday and is keen for 9 justices to be seated in the event the results of the presidential election end up at the Supreme Court. The president made it clear once again that he was prepared to contest the results of the election, even refusing to answer a yes or no question about whether he would ensure a peaceful transition of power.
Well, we're going to have to see what happens. You know that I've been complaining very strongly about the ballots, and the ballots are a disaster.
I understand that, but people are rioting. Do you commit to making sure that there's a peaceful transfer of power?
We want to get rid of the ballots, and we'll have a very peaceful. There won't be a transfer, frankly. There'll be a continuation.
2 candidates, both women, have emerged as the frontrunners. Barbara Lagoa, who is based in Florida and Cuban-American. Some around the president favor her for the potential electoral benefit with Latino voters in must-win Florida, as well as Nevada and Arizona. However, devout Catholic Amy Coney Barrett has the favor of conservative religious Republicans. They feel she will not surprise them with her judgments if she takes her place in the Supreme Court. Ginsburg will lie in state in the U.S. Capitol on Friday, the first woman ever to have been afforded that honor. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.